negative. I repeat, when a negative number is raised to an odd power, for example, minus 2 raised to the power of 3, your answer is minus 8, which is negative. But when it's raised to an even power, the result will be positive. I take that again. When a negative number is raised to an odd power, the result is negative. But when it is raised to an even power, the result will be positive. Number 4, the square root of a positive number can either be positive or negative. So take note, anytime you are solving questions on indices and you are making use of the square root, then your answer will come with plus or minus. For example, the square root of 25 will be given as plus or minus 5. And lastly, to note is that when a number, be it a whole number or a fraction, is raised to a negative power, whether the power is also whole or a fraction, it is equivalent to the reciprocal of that number now raised to a positive power of the same numerical value. What does that mean? In the previous law, the negative power law that says x to the power minus a is 1 all over x to the power a can now, with this note, be taken as 1 over x then raised to power a. That is, the reciprocal of x then raised to a positive power. And that also means that if I have something like x to the power of minus a over b, then that can be taken as 1 over x in bracket then raised to a positive power a over b. The whole of 1 over x raised to a positive power. And that now means that if you now have a fractional number, for example, say x over y raised to the power of a, the whole of x over y raised to the power of a, that equals y over x, which is the reciprocal of x over y, now raised to a positive power. And lastly, if you have something like x over y raised to the power of minus a over b, that will now become y over x raised to a positive power a over b. So take note of that. Now, I will give out a question just to use one or two of the laws that we have just seen. And I have one that says simplify 7 raised to the power of 1.5 times 49 raised to the power of 1.75, leaving your answer in index form. That's the question. I repeat, it says simplify 7 raised to the power of 1.5 times 49 raised to the power of 1.75, leaving your answer in index form. Of course, that question will be simplified as, if you look at that question, 7 is already in the least base. However, 49 can be brought to base 7, and 49 becomes 7 raised to the power 2. The first line of solution will now be 7 raised to the power 1.5 times 7 raised to the power 2 into 1.75. And of course, when you multiply 2 by 1.75, which is the power of the other one, you get 3.5. And by our law 1, which is the multiplication law, 7 raised to the power 1.5 times 7 raised to the power 3.5 now will become 7 raised to the power 1.5 plus 3.5. And that will give you 7 raised to the power of 5 in index form as it was required of you. Then I'll give one more example. Say simplify 3 raised to the power n minus 1 multiplied by 27 raised to the power n plus 1, all divided by 81 raised to the power n. If you look at that question, you work on 2 items there, that is 27 raised to the power n plus 1, and also the denominator that says 81 raised to the power n. And when you do that, bringing them to the same base of 3, you will have 3 raised to the power n minus 1 times 3 raised to the power 3, which is 27, then into bracket n plus 1. Then the denominator will be 3 raised to the power 4, which is 81. You put that in bracket and you have n. When that is simplified, you can now combine the numerator by law 1, which is the multiplication law, and that will give you 3 raised to the power n minus 1 plus 3 into n plus 1, now divided by 3 raised to the power 4n. Then when that is done, you can apply the law 2, which is the division law, so that when the 4n goes up, you now have 3 raised to the power n plus 1 plus 3n plus 3 minus 4n. And when the power is simplified, you'll be left with only 4. So your answer becomes 3 raised to the power 4, which is evaluated as 81. I'll just give you a question. You can just try that on your own over there. Says, if 2 raised to the power n equals y, find 2 raised to the power 2 plus n over 3. I repeat that. If 2 raised to the power n equals y, find 2 raised to the power of 2 plus n over 3. That is 2 as a whole number, then plus